So you choose any cheese fondue to share, one per cooktop, and then you choose one salad per person, and then you can add a lobster tail if you want, but it looks like you can get a fillet. There's ravioli.
Do they have nacho hats that you can dip into the fondue yourself?
Yeah. Are you Homer Simpson Nacho Man?
I would love that. That sounds great. Make your own nachos that are wearable? Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like this, it could be.
Yeah,
you.
that.
Yeah.
But you dip your head in the fountain with the hat on. Oh, great.
How do I eat it then?
Could you imagine the crunch if NFL pads were made out of nacho chips every play?
That would be awesome, and everyone would be hurt all the time.
All the time.
Constant. Well, I mean, they have no protection in rugby. It's a step up from that, and there's not constant.
Right, but you hit different when you're not wearing pads. I think that your mind would be tricked by nachos.
Oh, so it's like the bare knuckle argument for boxing of like less damage because you're not protected. Okay, I could see that.
Something to think about.
It is something to think about.
Yep.
Just getting sacked by a guy filled with guac, just green all over you. Oh, it is time for the show.
Yeah.
Well, we got a lot to talk about.
We have a lot to talk about. Oh, okay.
We have
All right,
we haven't talked since Christmas.
What's the limit on coffee leftovers?
I don't know what that
does
means.
That
What?
mean?
Hang on. Before he explains, what do you think coffee leftovers means?
Okay. I think what he's saying is he made coffee this morning and he left it, and now 6 hours later, can you reheat it and drink it?
Correct.
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
No.
Oh, I
think-
say yes.
you think no?
Absolutely.
No.
Oh,
It's
the
so
answer-
it's so
the
bitter
answer's
if
yes.
it sits all day. Ugh.
You just put like a little cream and sugar in there, reheat it, little cream and sugar, and you're good.
Even worse.
All right. Good info. That's I think 2. What was that? What? Oh, that wasn't 2 to 1. That was 1 to 1. It's a tie.
Yeah.
That's a 1-to-1.
That's a tie currently.
I need
so
more
I guess
votes,
it's all
I'm
up to
afraid.
Andrew. Yeah. Go ahead, Andrew.
I'm indifferent.
All right. Anyone else?
It's fine.
Yeah, Nick's a fucking animal. He would eat anything.
Thanks, Nick.
It would be 3 weeks old, and Nick would be like, "Yeah, it's fine." It's
Unless
liquid.
Gracie
Okay.
comes in with a swooping no, then I'm going to drink this.
All right, Gracie.
I don't drink coffee, so I feel like I'm a bad judge of this.
All right,
See,
Andrew.
once again, it's Gracie and I. There we go. We're 2
All
indifferents.
right, well, it sounds like it's 2 to 1. You should drink your old dregs.
I mean, it's 2 to 1 to 2, but
If you go indifferent, Nick, we will have a majority in indifference, which is
You know
great.
what? Yeah, I don't care. Do what you want.
There we go.
113. There you go.
113. What episode number is this?
189.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Face Podcast. My name is Geoff Ramsey, and with me, as always, Andrew Panton and Gavin Free. Welcome to episode 189. I forgot to do the intro.
I'm so happy to be here. We haven't done this in a while, so that makes sense, Geoff.
Yeah,
Is that
this is
true?
our true New Year episode, even though the
It
one that
is.
came out after New Year was
I
a
haven't-
while ago.
I haven't talked to either of you since Christmas.
How long has it been since we've done this podcast?
December 20th was the last recording. It
couple
is
weeks.
now
15
January
days
4th.
ago?
Yeah. Oh, feels like a year to me.
Didn't we record something together last week?
Well, we did Let's Play stuff, but not like the podcast. It's a different thing.
Okay. There you go. Sorry, it's all starting to run together.
We don't
That's
like to
fair.
be too far ahead.
Yeah, no, we definitely don't want to be too far ahead.
How is everyone's Christmas? Everyone have a good Christmas? I know
Stubbly.
this is Oh. Is it still stubbly?
It's not the best.
Oh, no.
I will say that the good days are over with the
The
old
salad
arsehole.
days are long gone.
All the benefits have gone, but a lot of the cons are still around.
Gavin, if you're ready for round 2, I can always contact Elise and we can go back and do it again.
I don't think I've got enough tuggage.
You might have to wait a little
Really?
longer.
Yeah.
That's an interesting question. What is the minimum amount needed for tuggage? Is there a length requirement? I don't think there is. Well, to an extent. I think once you're past the stubble phase, I think you could probably do it again. I'd assume.
So you got yourself stubble for Christmas, Gavin. What did everybody else get for Christmas?
Geoff, you never reacted to the Christmas gift I got you. I'm very hurt. My feelings
Oh, you
are-
got a gift?
I sent Geoff a Christmas gift.
Did you send me a Popsick shirt?
Yeah, I did. I saw it. I was scrolling on Twitter. I saw there was a sale for Geoff merch. Made me think of you. And I thought, you know what? I didn't know what to get Geoff. He's going to definitely love one of his own shirts. Also on sale. So
I really appreciate it. I appreciate
welcome.
that you're a crafty and thrifty consumer. You know me very well. You know what I like. I like me. I like me stuff. So
well, it is
thank you very much.
so
I appreciate that.
I didn't see how that could go wrong.
I assumed it was from you because it was from Don Zimmer, or it was
That's
to
how
Don
I
Zimmer.
send stuff to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a staple.
And so I just haven't had a chance to talk to you yet. Thank you very much, Andrew.
You're welcome.
It really meant a lot.
Yeah. I'm glad. It was great savings for me too. It was all around a great gift.
Excellent.
You
That's
can't complain about that. I also sent you something else because I had a little bit of a panic recently. I've been deep on the adult Happy Meal train because they're giving out these collectible Nugget Buddies.
You talking about the Kerwin Frost figures? Nugget
I'm
Buddies?
talking about those.
Right there with you, buddy. Right there with you.
No, I didn't expect to get hooked in the way I did, and now I'm stuck. And it's made me almost consider being a blind box guy, which is terrifying because that feels like a very expensive hobby. It's also, I can't, from what the research I've done on blind boxes, I can't do it in a way that makes me happy because you can either, it seems, buy a blind box or buy a set that is all of them guaranteed. And I don't want either. I want all of them, but I don't want to know that I'm getting all of them. So it's like this impossible dilemma for me for getting into this hobby. But thankfully I won't. But I've been buying Nugget Buddies, been trying to get them all. I got the gold one, which is like the rarest.
What is that? What are you talking about?
So McDonald's is doing this promotion where you can get adult Happy Meals where it's either a 10-piece nuggets and a medium fries or a Big Mac and a medium fries. And it comes with a Kerwin Frost toy, and it is like a collectible Nugget Buddy. And there's 6 of them, but there's also a Chase Nugget that is like the rarest of the figures to get. So I've been trying to get a full set, and I've been doing it for a while. And I went to McDonald's to get an adult Happy Meal. I ordered it.
I put it in the chat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
hideous.
so you see, you got all. Oh, they're great. Get
They're
out of
adorable. Kerwin Frost has a pencil on his face.
here. Perfect. It's also like something that once you open it and hold it in your hand, I feel like is a different experience than just seeing it. But
Oh, okay.
Totally.
I went to get an adult Happy Meal, and the store told me that the promotion was over, and I am missing 2. I'm missing the Kerwin one, and I'm missing Darla, who has the lovely yellow.
How many
earmuffs.
did it take for you to get 4?
10. Let's say 10 plus, like
Wow.
11, somewhere between 10 and 13.
So
I
you've
would
been
say.
Happy Mealing left and right.
I've been Happy Mealing left and right, and
And
so
can I ask, have you hacked any of those orders or just box standard
no,
orders?
you can only hack the morning Happy Meal orders for the extra hot cake. There's no hack in the lunch or dinner of the kids' meal selection. But I was told the promotion was over, and I have the gold one. I have the rare one, but I'm just missing the 2 normal Chase ones. And so I went into a full panic. As soon as I got home, I checked Uber Eats to see if there were any other McDonald's in the area that still had it listed, and I ordered 15 of them just in an immediate to try to guarantee that I got my set.
You're a maniac.
The problem was I forgot that I had considered ordering 2 the day before, so I ended up ordering 17 adult Nugget Happy Meals.
Oh, you had cart dregs?
I don't know what that is.
When you
Cart
leave shit in your
dregs.
cart.
You left shit in your cart. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. I absolutely did. So I got 170 nuggets sent to me, and 17 of these Nugget Buddies. It took 9 McDonald's bags to deliver the food. I got roasted by a very nice Uber driver who told me that they saw the order and thought it was a mistake, but then they saw the address and thought, no, that might be possible. And they said it in the nicest tone, but it fucking got me.
There's only 2 places in the world where that's not a mistake. It's your house or Trump's White House.
Yeah, he's like 17. That's got to be. Oh, Smith Street. Oh no, I know exactly where this is.
So
God.
I got all my Nugget Buddies. I was in a Nugget hell. I was giving Eric updates throughout the week. I lived off of nuggets for 8 days. I eventually got through them. But the thing about the Nugget Buddies, Gavin, is you don't just get a toy, you get a trading card with it, which I think is awesome. And so what I did is I put all of my Nugget Buddies, it's like I have 17, I want to say, maybe a few other ones I just haven't opened, and I've mailed them all to Geoff so he can open them on the break show, and I can see if I get the Kerwin one I'm missing and Darla, and then we're going to save all the cards, and Geoff is going to send them to PSA to see if we can get a PSA graded 10 Nugget Buddy card.
This might
Which would be
be taking a
incredible.
relatively simple thing and giving it the worst carbon footprint of all time.
So here, can I ask you a question, Andrew?
Yeah, of course.
Have you already sent the nuggets?
They've already sent.
So
Yeah.
they've left your house.
They've left.
your
They're
control.
in the mail. They are headed to
okay.
your address.
Well, I'd now like to speak to the audience. I am in possession of 17 very rare Nugget Buddies that have been owned by a celebrity. I can't say who, but if anyone in the community is interested in buying one or all of these, hit me up. Because I'm flush with Nugget Buddies, and I gotta unload these things fast. And if I don't, I'm gonna have to go down to a gas station, pop open my trunk, and try to sell them like speakers. 'Cause I'm gonna be like, my boss is gonna be so mad if I come back with all these Nugget Buddies.
Listen, this is a tough sell. Someone who's been in the McDonald's sauce market, it is the reselling of McDonald's specialty goods. Not easy.
I am 100% kidding, Andrew. I'm very excited to open up your Nugget Buddies. I had a similar journey with adult Happy Meals over the holiday. I went from Austin to Alabama to visit my family, and then from Alabama to Michigan to visit Emily's family, and then back home. So I figured, what if I only eat Happy Meals in Alabama and Michigan? And between Alabama, Michigan, and Texas, I'm bound to get the full set, right? It's like how truck drivers always have the unfair advantage in the Monopoly game because they're traveling across the country, getting different regions. So I figured maybe I'd get lucky. It only took me 8 Happy Meals to get all 6.
That's fucking insane. I'm so mad.
Kerwin Frost was the very first one I pulled. The only one I don't have is the Golden Nugget, which is unfortunate, but I got the main 6, and I have a duplicate of Darla, so I will send that to you either way. But for the purposes of making it excited on the break show, we'll try to pull it there.
I'm excited. I can't wait to see this happen. It's probably going to be a few weeks, I imagine. I think I paid for 8 business day shipping, so if not next week, you should get it the following.
No, it might be the fastest I've gone from what a stupid thing to touching, like you were saying earlier, to holding the Kerwin Frost action figure in my hand and going, I need 5 more of these right now.
Yeah, they're great.
I must have all of these.
For me, it's the boxing. The packaging is so cute, and I love the fact that it's wrapped in like the hamburger paper, like
so
inside.
cute. So
like
cute.
There's so many nice little details to it. The trading card is great. Like it's just everything about it is awesome.
Yeah.
I've been all in on these fucking Nugget Buddies.
Do you think all the protein you're getting from all this food has helped jack up your hands?
I have, so I need to talk to Geoff about that. Geoff and I both bought a thing for measuring grip strength.
Yeah, I've got mine right here.
I feel like the move is you and I do it now, like at the start of the year.
Benchmark.
Don't tell anyone.
Okay.
And then we recircle back on this in December and we see how much we've improved and then compare it to the base standard that Eric and Gavin just naturally have.
think that I think we need to send it to like an impartial observer. Like you need to send your grip strengths to like Gracie. So that way it's a recorded number somewhere.
Okay.
You just slack it to Gracie and say grip strength this.
Oh, yeah.
And then
It should be in an
and
envelope.
then Gracie can put it in an envelope.
I can bring my grip
Okay.
strengther in and do it in front of Gracie. If
I
you want,
don't.
just so it's.
I
like,
mean, yeah. Okay.
perfectly
Gracie says
clear.
perfect.
Fantastic.
We
got that
I can do my grip strength in front of you. Perfect. Andrew will FaceTime.
Well, we need
Yeah,
everything
no
to be
kidding.
above board. Okay, we're not going to be fucking Russia in the Olympics. This is going to be no cheating. Everything submitted properly.
So now this is just a tester. After I get this, then I have to
Then we
You
have to
gotta do the
actually
work.
do the
find a
do the
device
work.
to do the work. Yeah.
Can I Can I put dog medicine on my hands to make my hands tougher?
Oh, you want to be the dog medicine guy?
There's a guy on TikTok I'm super into who puts dog medicine on his hands to make his hands tougher every day. And then he says, why am I doing this? Because I'm the guy who punches rocks. And then you go, oh, okay. And then it's great.
That makes sense.
I think we should do that.
Yeah, I saw a lot of that guy on New Year's Eve, thanks to Eric.
Should we talk about New Year's Eve at some point?
Probably.
Sure.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
let's talk about New Year's Eve.
Yeah, we realized that we weren't doing anything for New Year's Eve, so we just invited Eric and his small wife, and then Burn Dog and Vanessa, who basically live at our house. And by the way, Vanessa got a
I
golden
saw it there.
nugget.
It was
there that
I was
night.
very impressed.
Showed it off.
Nice.
It was very cute. Fucking Nick back there. And then Gavin and Meg, and I completely forgot it was New Year's Eve until the countdown. I was just hanging out watching.
We almost missed it.
We almost missed it. I felt so lame afterwards. Emily was like, "I had champagne and sparkling apple juice for you, and would you completely forgot to pop it?" Burn Dog was taking a dump. when
yeah.
midnight hit. Like,
It was in the shit.
and we did the lamest thing. I've turned into one of the lamest human beings on earth, and I don't care. I'm so happy with it. Burn Dog and I have been doing this thing where we sit on the sofa and we pull up YouTube and we search YouTube for cool vids.
They are
just those two words, and then we watch everything that comes up.
There's a giant TV in this house, and cool vids was searched. And then you watch it, and then Burn Dog goes, yo, have you seen this one? And he searches unusual memes, and then we're just watching videos. It's like watching TikTok, but it's on a giant TV, and it just keeps going.
Yeah, it's 20 like 66% of the screen is black because it's vertical, and it's all just funny videos that cut like 3 or 4 frames after the event. It's very fast paced.
That's
fantastic. It's basically like a curated TikTok. Anyway, before that, we've been doing two things. We do that, and we watch home tours of houses in Grosse Pointe, Michigan. We just like sit for 2 minutes and just comment on a home tour, and we let them autoplay. These are houses that sold 9 years ago. I don't know why, but we've just gotten into that. It's very funny to us. But I couldn't bring myself to do that in front of the other guys, so we started searching cool vids. And I just kind of wanted to say, thinking about it afterwards, I'm sorry. I apologize for having that be the form of entertainment on New Year's Eve, was sitting around and watching cool vids on YouTube.
I mean, did anyone have a problem with it? Though? I feel like we're all super into
I didn't. I had a time of my life. I just want to make sure it wasn't the last time you guys come over.
No, I thought it was totally fine, and just felt like I was back to being like 19 years old. Where it was just people going, have you seen this? No. Have you seen this? No. And then watching a bunch of videos for a long time.
Do you think any of the turds came out of Burn Dog's anus in 2023 but landed in 2024?
I think there's a really good chance.
It's definitely possible, it sounds like.
I think that's a really good chance.
You can't rule it out. And I wouldn't want to ask. I want to live in a world where that's just true.
I don't need to ask.
So many fucking notes today. How many notes do you guys have? Do you guys have tons of notes?
Like 9.
Yeah.
Fucking
That's some notes.
do a note, Geoff. We'll do note turns. You do a note.
The richer people are, the shittier their Christmas trees look.
Really?
Just an observation that I've seen on Instagram.
Oh, that's an Instagram.
There's some like yucky tat out there. When you've got like a 18-foot ceiling, people really fill them with just god-awful, hideous trees.
The bigger the space, I feel like the more work is required to put into the tree, for sure. Because the tree has to like fit within the room, and then it becomes a whole, it stacks. The problem of it stacks.
Growing up, my favorite toy that wasn't a toy was the salad spinner.
Salad spinner's a great toy that isn't a toy.
It's an amazing toy. It was better than
Just
so
spin
many
it.
of my toys.
Yeah. And the context in which you're using it is like you're doing work, so then it just adds fun to where there shouldn't be fun necessarily as a kid.
It feels like you're trying to start a lawnmower every time you use it.
Yeah, like as a kid, there's nothing exciting about salad but the salad spinner. Just fucking slam that thing like you're trying to go back in time.
Well, I'm a bit of a salad boy, but yeah, no, I agree with you. The salad spinner is definitely.
But even as a kid, were you always a salad guy?
Yeah, here's the deal, man. When I was a kid, I was really into ham and olives.
Okay.
Ham fan.
Big ham fan.
He was
right?
a ham fan.
Ham and croutons and olives were like 3 of my favorite foods, and the salad was the easiest way to get those. So yeah, I was pretty into salads early.
I used to pop Batman in and watch him stick to the sides.
Gracie said, I used to eat croutons from the bag as a snack. I still
dry?
do.
Still
Not
do.
used to.
Still do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a very valid snack.
3 days ago when I couldn't find any candy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like not necessarily. I rarely am going in for the croutons, but I'll open the pantry, and if they're there.
You don't get like crunched out though? Like
No.
I've eaten 9 of these and now I need something that's not so crunchy.
No, because it's typically like there's different flavoring on it, so I feel like it works. Like it's not just a plain crouton; it's got like some Parmesan on it. It's got
butter.
seasoning.
It's buttery.
Yeah,
Gracie said
like
no,
it's-
I'd eat 100. All right, so when are we doing the 100 crouton challenge?
That's
All right,
not
I
much
will
of a challenge.
out crouton you. I will out crouton you,
Dude.
Gracie. There is no way.
Dude,
We are gonna have a crouton off.
I don't know
This
why
is
it's
the
so
first challenge of
competitive.
2024 right here. I'm throwing down the gauntlet, Gracie. Me and you, crouton. You pick the crouton. I don't even care, and we'll go crazy.
Now, are you allowed
can't
to
wait for this.
drink between?
No, there's got
or
to be
is it
no liquid.
no liquid. It's just
No
straight
liquid?
croutons.
No
No, that's-
liquid. 10 minutes. How many croutons?
I reckon 25 minutes.
25 minutes.
Someone's gonna get okay. I mean, whatever. Winner
Winner
takes
gets
the
to
take
cake.
home my
Hope
new
your
puppy.
Oh, also, we're not supposed to know the name of this dog still, and Geoff almost told me the name today.
I didn't
I
almost
had
tell
to
you the
say,
name.
I
I
had
almost
to
told
look at
Gus the name.
Gus. No, I'm in a room with Gus, and Gus asked what the name was. And right as Geoff was about to say it, I looked at Gus and I went, I'm not supposed to know the name. And then Geoff went, I almost said it. I almost said it.
Luckily, my first inclination when anybody asked me I have a little baby pet bulldog. What the bulldog's name is Henry, and so I have to catch myself. I go hit, and then it was in the that I caught myself.
I tried to get the name by just constantly referring to it as a different name throughout New Year's Eve and seeing if Geoff and Emily looked at each other or anything. I probably called it 150 different things.
I told you. I'll tell you when you guess it. Yeah, I'm not gonna. If you guess the name, I'm not gonna lie about it.
I feel like the dog will come to you if you say the correct name. Like you just gotta keep talking to the dog.
I don't think we got close, but we did throw out a few names where Geoff and Emily were like, oh, that's a way better name. Oh, we should have named it.
Oh, yeah. There were a
That
few
was
that were
frustrating.
apparently just better names. And it's like, well, then come to us for help. We're here.
Did anything get close? Yeah, Nick. There was one that was a little close.
Ooh.
There was
You
one
didn't
that was
give
like
anything away.
in the same vein. Andrew, do you want to go over any of your notes? If not, I got a bunch.
I could talk about what I did for New Year's because I
Please do.
learned something. You're talking about boring ass things to do on New Year's. I watched the movie New Year's for the first time. I've never seen it. It felt appropriate. Let me drop the poster in, unless somebody else can beat me to doing that. New Year's is, I don't know if you remember in like 2009, 2010, 11-ish, there was a run of holiday event films that were all made by Gary Marshall. So he did like
Is
Valentine's
it
Day.
called New Year's Eve?
Yes, it is called
Oh,
New
okay.
Year's Eve. It is
It's
one
got
of those.
Ludacris in it and Hilary
It
Swank.
It does. It's one of those
Ashton
ensemble
Kutcher.
movies. But you may notice
that
Bon
Bon Jovi?
Jovi is in it. So it's very weird where Ryan Seacrest plays Ryan Seacrest, but Bon Jovi plays a rock star named Jasper, I believe. He plays a fictional version of himself with a different name. But the main takeaway I had watching New Year's Eve, and it was a great lesson, is all of John Bon Jovi's scenes is with mainly Katherine Heigl, I would say. And Bon Jovi is one of the worst actors I've ever seen. But I also don't think Katherine Heigl is a great actress, but measured against the incompetence of Bon Jovi, really showed the skill of like what average looks like. It's like if you were to take the worst guy in the NBA and put him against average people, he would look like an all-star. Like it made me appreciate what bad acting, but knowing how to act is. Like that is a skill. There's a level to that I didn't
It's
recognize.
like she's not good at it, but she showed up in the right clothes and is playing the right sport.
And it feels like she's doing the thing where Bon Jovi just doesn't feel like a human at all. Like he's so bad. It's
and Zac
not a great
Efron when
movie.
he had a thinner head.
Yes.
Yeah, it's before all like, the
younger-
growth hormone. Yeah.
Who is that in the hood in the beanie in the middle?
That's the guy that cameos in all of his movies. He was in Pretty Woman as like the hotel guy, like the manager. He's not like a big actor, I would say.
And who's that to the right of him with the hat on?
That is
Till
a very
Schweiger?
weirdly casted not Leaf Schreiber. What's his name? He was in Inglourious
Till
Bastards.
Schweiger is his name, I
Yes,
think. Yeah.
him. Yeah. Yeah, he plays a character that doesn't really matter. But that was my New Year's Eve, was watching that film, which is terrible, but in the way you want it to be terrible. And it was great to see Bon Jovi attempt to act, which I've never seen before, and luckily don't think I will ever see again. He doesn't do many acting jobs.
He was in 30 Rock.
He was in
Back
one
at Daddy
episode. I
3.
saw that.
Yeah. So did you like the movie though?
It's what you want from one of those movies, if that makes
Okay.
sense. Like if you
Yeah,
go to a
that makes
Hallmark
sense.
movie, it's like it hits that. That's what I was looking for. So Robert De Niro plays a dying man who just wants to see the ball drop one last time, and that's a very unintentionally funny storyline where he dies watching it drop, and it's supposed to be emotional, but it's just hilarious. He's like in a wheelchair at the end. And
I
you
can't
see the
imagine having a
reflection of the
dying
ball.
wish that is something I've done 70 times already.
Well, that's the thing. He hasn't done it in a long time, and he picked the hospital to die in because it had a great view from the roof of the ball dropping.
Watching the fucking ball drop. That's like saying I haven't had chicken noodle soup in a long time. I want to have chicken noodle soup one more time before I want to die on my face in the bowl. It's what a fucking boring, lame, uninteresting, unexciting thing to do.
What's the origin of that thing? I never understood it. I thought when everyone was talking about the ball drop, I assumed something would like fall, but it's so slow. Like, what's the point of the damn thing?
Dude, it is. And when I lived in Jersey, I had friends that would do it. You would have to get to Times Square at like 5 or 6 in the morning and then just fucking stand there
For
until
18 hours?
midnight. And people wear like diapers and shit because you can't go anywhere. You're crammed in there. There's no leaving. There's no moving. You give up your spot. Your spot's gone. There's 500,000 people trying to cram in ahead of you. Like when you're there, you're fucking there. It is a level of commitment to stand there for 60 seconds in the cold, smelling gross people to watch a ball fall in slow motion. I don't get it.
Do you think it should be assigned standing? Like you buy tickets?
No, I just think people should want to participate in it less.
It is. I always assumed that it would hit midnight and then the ball would like dramatically drop, not that it slowly descends as midnight hits.
I wanted to
It's not-
slam into the street like
Yeah.
a meteor.
yeah,
Like
absolutely.
explode.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, we watched the conch drop at Sloppy Joe's.
Dude, we did. In the middle of cool vids, we switched over and watched a little bit of Sloppy Joe's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At
Oh,
11
that's
p.m.
fantastic.
Also dropped slowly and not very impressively.
Yeah,
That's
I'm thinking I'm going to start a petition to speed up the balls for a new year.
Okay. Like how long
want-
should we start counting at like 5?
Yeah, listen, because at the moment it starts going at like 40 seconds left,
Yeah.
or 20 seconds left, maybe.
What if the ball was going up as the time went down, and then when it hit 0, it went from the top and slammed back down?
That
would
would
be
be
cool.
awesome.
That's
No,
like
that
that
is
Doctor
cool.
Doom ride at Universal Studios. This time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
It'd be like Thor's hammer slamming into the ground.
I have one other note that I could transition to that I think you're going to love, Geoff, especially. This is something we haven't talked about. Gavin and I were discussing shirts the other day.
Oh, I saw the prototype.
And I asked Gavin hasn't seen it yet. I said to Gavin, why do shirts have fronts and backs? Like, there has to be a reason for a shirt to have a back, but I feel like whenever I'm putting a shirt on, I always put it on backwards and then I have to spin it around and it's just an annoyance. It's sort of like the whole your left sock thing, Geoff. Every time my shirt is on backwards. So
And my
I
immediate response was like, surely it needs a back to have a spot for the label or the information. And then I was like, wait, why does it need information?
Yeah, you're like, could it be on the side? Is it allowed to be on the side of the shirt? What are the laws of the shirt tag? So I went to Tony, who knows a lot more about, everything, I guess, than we do. And I asked him, and he gave me a bunch of reasons, but he also didn't definitively know. And so he brought it up to Ari, who is like the lead designer for merch, and he was captivated by this idea. And immediately he was like, I had other plans. I'm going home right now to sew shirts together and see what this is about, to see what will happen if you do this. And so I'm going to put photos in right now of the shirts that he made. This is a double front shirt. So this is from the front, looks totally normal. Looks like your standard front of shirt. But then you got a side profile. And best of all, here is the front back of the shirt that you can see. Double fronts.
So this isn't that old front back shirt that Rooster made a while back. This is a front shirt.
This is an all fronts shirt, no back. But in the process of doing that, he had the realization that he could also make an all back shirt. So these are the backs of the front shirt. These are two backs sewed together.
Backpack shirt is so insane.
You got a double backpack shirt.
Why does the backpack look so weird?
Because the back is higher. The back's higher than the front, so you got two high spots. I'm not a fan of the backpack shirt at all, but I love the backpack.
I love the backpack.
Dude, front, whatever. I think front's cool, funny idea. Backpack, insane. All about the backpack shirt.
Well, we need to further innovate in this because Tony brought up the idea of having it double-sided, double front, double-sided, double back. So inside out, either direction is appropriate to wear. Zero direction needed.
Could you have it so that the fronts were on the outside and the backpack was on the inside, and you could flip? You could flip it inside out and have the backpack.
How would you do that though? Because the neckline on the backpack is different than the front.
I don't.
So I think you could have one shirt that no matter how you put it on is always right, or you turn it inside out and no matter how you put it on, it's always wrong.
Yeah. I think the real winner here is the reversible front. So you have four fronts. So
you want four fronts?
If you're really fucking dirty, you can wear that shirt 4 days in a row and the front of it's clean 4 times. Think about all the laundry you'll save.
This is going to be an expensive shirt, but the value is going to be tremendous.
You're buying 4 shirts.
Yeah. There's got to be a way to figure out how to make it, when you switch it, it becomes 2 backs. Maybe like the inside neckline can fold up.
Retracts, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure Tony will hear this and experiment further.
We have like having Ari do this is so fucking fun. This is like he's so talented and he's like jacked and does jujitsu and climbs mountains and like is an artist and has a degree. And then you went, what if shirt has 2 fronts? And he went, I'm on it.
And you know what? He climbed front mountain. And when he was at the top of front mountain, he found back mountain.
He didn't just find front mountain. He came up with what I think is such a funny idea. And I don't know if this is possible. He doesn't know, I don't think. We need to further experiment. He brought up doing a front back hoodie. So you'd have you'd have a front pouch and a back pouch, or you would have double hoods, a front hood and a back hood. And
so
I think
have
that's
a hood and a bib.
I think that's such a funny idea. And we don't know if that's a possibility yet, but I fucking hope it can be done. Because if
you want to take a nap in the airport, you just put up your front hood and then put the back hood up over the top.
Lock your face in. Just the idea of 2 pouches. It looks so stupid in my head that I really hope
feel like
that
there's no limits to this. Like, you know how some people turn their baseball caps backwards?
Yeah.
Have one on both sides.
Or quad build.
Quad bill would just be like a big sun hat, wouldn't it?
You could have 4 different sports in one hat.
Dude, like, you could have different teams. You could rotate.
Yeah. You could be like, if you're LA, you could have like the Dodgers, the Lakers, the fucking Rams, and the Clippers, and you just spin on which game you're going to.
It sounds like we have a whole clothing line to release of multiple angles. I
But if
hope
we're
that we can
doing-
make this happen.
If we're doing quad brim, I've only seen Yankees hat no brim, so I'm so excited about what a quad brim hat could bring us in the future. This is I'm thrilled. This is I just don't know if this can extend to pants. It feels like the front and the back of pants are so close, but I'm excited to see
The
where we
hats,
can go
shirts,
and where we can
hoodies,
take
yeah.
this. You know what I mean? This is great.
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure.
big time.
Yeah.
We're making some
was-
advancements in clothing, especially with this beanie we've got now.
We really are. And we, I think since we recorded last week, no, we had already filmed the season 2 of Does It Do before we
Yeah,
recorded
but
I don't know if we've
comes out,
talked about it.
It comes out on the 29th of January.
Holy
and,
shit.
And because Shady Rays sponsored it, Shady Rays said, do more Does It Do, please. And they paid for it, so you get it for free.
Insane. Insane.
It'll be on the Face channel. It'll go out on Mondays, I think.
We actually had a little preview. We watched one on New Year's Eve just because I was telling Geoff I thought it was funny. I was proofing it, and then we all just watched it, and it's a real ridiculous one. The one we watched was about Topic.
That's another one that another one of those moments where I thought about after, and I thought, you idiot, did you really just have a bunch of people over and then make them watch your funny video? And then I was like, well, we all work together. I guess it's not terrible.
Yeah, we all know what's going on.
Yeah, I felt dumb after that. What I was just going to say, it's just further proof that the innovations that we're discovering in Does It Do are being applied in the real world through facing uniform, combining the power of one with the fabric uniform. And it's just great to see it. It's great to see the fruits of all these labors as we grow, you know?
It's fantastic.
What is HelloFresh? Thank God I have the answer. HelloFresh is farm fresh, pre-proportioned, ingrediented, seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. You can skip trips to the grocery store. You can count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. And that is why it's America's #1 meal kit. Whether your resolution is to save money, to eat better, to stress less, those are actually all pretty good resolutions. Maybe all three. Maybe I'm speaking directly to you if those are your 3 resolutions. HelloFresh is here to help you do it all. Say hello to your most delicious year yet with fresh ingredients, chef-crafted recipes at a price you're gonna like delivered right to your front door. And don't let recipe boredom strike because HelloFresh has more options than ever before. Dig into their biggest menu yet with more than 45 dinner options to choose from weekly, and that's way more dinner options than you can eat in a week, and even more market add-on items that suit any lifestyle. I am a busy business guy. I'm always like typing or podcasting, and I very rarely have time to spend hours cooking food every night. So a quick 30-minute pre-proportioned meal, it's exactly what the doctor ordered, and the doctor likes flavorful food. So go to HelloFresh.com/FaceFree and use code FACEFREE for free breakfast for life. That is 1 breakfast item per box while subscription is active. That's free breakfast for life at HelloFresh.com/FaceFree with code FACEFREE. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. I can't believe I'm about to do this, but here is the ad for Cosmic Crisp apples. Get to know our favorite regulation apple, the Cosmic Crisp. If you know, you know. It is a classically bred cross of the Honeycrisp and Enterprise varieties, and it's non-GMO. I'm not entirely sure what GMO is, but I know I don't like it. Cosmic Crisp apples pack a flavor that is a perfect balance of sweet and tart, making them versatile for all the ways you want to enjoy apples. For instance, we were supposed to do it today, but we're going to do it next week. Everybody's going to come over to my house, and we're going to have a apple pie making contest, which is going to be interesting because the only rule is that we're not allowed to use recipes, and none of us know how to make apple pies. But I do know that whatever we make is going to taste better because Cosmic Crisp apples will be inside it. It's also available in all seasons at grocery stores nationwide. And it's an American original, born and bred right here in Washington State after more than 20 years of research and development at Washington State University. When was the last time you researched anything for 20 years? Think about that. It's a bunch of really smart people devoting 2 entire decades of they rolled up their sleeves, they unbuttoned their top button, they put their heads down, and they started working on apples. They started working on Cosmic, they started working on Crisp, and they didn't look up again until it was 20 years later. And when they did look up, in their hands, they had the Cosmic Crisp. Learn more about Cosmic Crisp by going to their website, where they have like recipe ideas. They'll help you figure out where to buy apples if you don't know. It's a pretty awesome site. They're also on social media, and they love to hear from Regulation listeners and comment leavers. Check them out on X. Check them out on Instagram. I think on Instagram, they are the Cosmic Crisp. And on X, I think they're Cosmic Crisp Apple. And I know you've heard us talk about this in the past, but they last a very long time. They are designed to be slow to brown, giving you more time to enjoy them when you're ready, not when it's ready. But when you're ready, you're going to find a super crisp, exceptionally juicy, beautifully bicolored apple. It's got these things called lenticels that I have just learned about through this ad read. I had to look them up. And that's what gives it the look of like a starry night sky. And let's be honest, haven't we all wanted to eat the sky a little bit? Just take a big bite out of the stars? That's Cosmic Crisp for you. Oh, also, I think they're going to have merch launching soon. So go to their website, again, cosmiccrisp.com, and maybe pick up Apple shirts. So thank you to Cosmic Crisp for making the Regulation Apple, and thank you to Cosmic Crisp for supporting this podcast. We love you. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. What are some things that you want to keep the same about yourself or your new life in 2024? Where are you already killing it? Think of the opposite of New Year, New You. Because like around New Year's, we get obsessed with these ideas about how to change ourselves instead of expanding on what we're already doing right. Like everybody wants to have a New Year's resolution. But maybe the resolution you need is to continue doing stuff you're already doing well. Maybe you finally organized one part of your space and now you want to tackle another. Or maybe you've been really good about taking your vitamins and supplements every morning and now you want to add in breakfast too. Therapy helps you find your strengths like that so that you can ditch those extreme resolutions and then make changes that will actually stick. I don't know about you, but I didn't do it this year, but I've made New Year's resolutions most of the years of my life, and I don't know that I've kept any of them. Probably because I wasn't focusing on the right things. I have been in therapy for more than a decade now, probably 15 years or so, and I have to say it has been such a stabilizing force in my life, whether I'm trying to navigate a really complex, painful personal issue or just looking for a little bit of insight into some, life-changing career decisions I might want to make. Therapy has been there for me. My therapist has been there for me to really help guide me along. And I don't know what I would do without it. I really don't. So if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It is entirely online. It's designed to be convenient. It's flexible, and it's suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire. You'll get matched with a licensed therapist, and then you can switch therapists at any time for no charge if it's not like a perfect fit. Sometimes you got to try a few therapists before you find the one that's the right match for you. Celebrate the progress you've already made. Visit betterhelp.com/face today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/face.
It feels like 2024. I didn't know what held for face, but front, back, and potential front, back hoodie while we have zipper beanie.
I think if we can get an in-front Outback shirt, it's going to be absolutely phenomenal.
Just feels like the sky's the limit right now. Does It Do is coming out. We had a meeting where we just went over a bunch of like new ideas, and Geoff scrawled it all out in like serial killer handwriting on a big whiteboard. And it's really great stuff.
It only took us 3 years as a show to have a creative meeting that was not like us recording a content piece.
Hey, dude, and it was putting all the ideas. It's what I really wanted to get together and do it. Putting all the ideas together on one whiteboard and seeing what we just have floating out there that we've already talked about was staggering. There's probably 70 things on that board to fill.
Well, it got to the point where Eric actively wanted you to stop writing stuff down. Like, you just started writing drafts at one point, draft ideas, and Eric was like, stop, it's going to fill the whole board, stop.
They would have just taken up so much real estate, and it's like, well, we know we're going to do drafts. We know we're going to do
you just want to get a couple of the easy, good ideas out on paper just so they're there, so they're cemented now.
The top, I don't know that we'll ever post a picture of the board, whatever. It's in our office. The top of it is giant letters, and the bottom of it is the smallest letters you've ever seen.
We had more ideas than I initially thought.
We also, within 8 seconds of you writing, we already had to like rub stuff out because we couldn't understand it.
I know. Listen, I can't defend my handwriting. It bothers me more than it bothers you. I promise you.
Why don't you take a calligraphy course?
Oh, yeah. Why don't you go fuck yourself? How about that?
All right. Well, that was just.
Why don't you go sign up and take a fucking class in your 30s, asshole? 48 years old.
No, good point. You'll be too busy stuffing your face with croutons to be worried about calligraphy.
That's a great question about the croutons. Do they need to be the same flavor? Do they need to be identical?
Yeah, I'll match whatever Gracie has. If Gracie wants a smorgasbord of like 12 different flavors mixed into a bowl, I'm fine with that too. Whatever. I'll any and all croutons will be fine for me. I don't care.
How many do you think we need to get? 200?
100? Yeah.
500?
She does want that. Yeah, well, I'll be honest with you, Gracie. I kind of do too.
When should we film this?
Next week?
Yeah,
tomorrow?
Probably next week. Well, tomorrow we're doing a bunch of Let's Play stuff, aren't we? I mean, we have an office
think
day,
so.
but I think it's for Let's Play.
Let's do some trucks.
Yeah, we got to do trucks.
We're doing trucks?
I think we're going to do trucks tomorrow. Everybody make sure your trucks is updated.
Okay.
Speaking of, I was playing trucks last night, and we were talking about 2024 and looking ahead and what it's going to be. Burn Dog reminded me, we were playing trucks, and he said, hey, I haven't heard an update on your hot dog races in a while. What's going on with the Plinko machine? What's going on with Gavin wanting to shoot the hot dog over the building with the too strong gun? I want to know. And I was like, oh shit, we definitely shouldn't drop the ball on that. I also had another idea. When we do it, we could do a luge.
At least don't drop it slowly.
We could do a mustard luge. That way the hot dog's getting lubed as it's going down the luge.
A luge?
A luge. Yeah. So anyway, we need to keep maybe next time we get together for an office day, we need to start planning that out a little bit.
Yeah, let's just get a big calendar, one of those big
I don't think we have to plan it out. I think we just have to pick a day to do it.
Well, we need to go buy the supplies and stuff too.
Right, which we can do beforehand. We don't have to have a meeting to do that.
But it's like 6 or 7 ideas. Well, it's like 6 or 7 ideas. We just need to simplify it and figure out what we're going to do first.
Got it.
Because I don't think we're going to make the Plinko machine first because that seems complicated,
Isn't it just a bunch of like pegs and a board?
Oh, do you have those?
I feel like they're easy to find.
Yeah, why don't you go take a calligraphy class, Andrew?
Yeah.
I got to get the pegs first, and I'll do that.
I just think it's going to be harder to build a giant Plinko machine and try to figure out how to dress a hot dog as it goes down than it is to slap some wheels on a hot dog and go down like a Hot Wheels track. I'm just saying, like, we'll stair step our way into it, but we're not going to do it all at once. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll shoot the hot dog over the building first. I don't know.
I can't wait.
Also, real fast, I told a story about how I was awakened by either God or destiny. I think it was in the last episode that came out. I've been getting inundated with people that are letting me know that the time in the morning that I woke up at 3:13 in the morning meant nothing to me, but that is the Detroit area code. So, got it.
Oh.
Got it. Message received. Thank you.
Huh.
So you're saying I should bet on the Lions is what you're telling me?
Yes, I think that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But since we're talking about 2024 and things to expect, I had an idea at the party that I ran by Eric. For the rest of y'all, I want to see what y'all think. I want to see what everybody's vibe for 2024 is going to be. Like, I sat down and I tried to think about what's my 2024 vibe going to be, and I decided I'm all about eating hummus and listening to Belle and Sebastian in 2024. That's what I'm doing the whole fucking year. Eric, what did you say your vibe is in 2024?
My vibe in 2024 is going to be, I don't know if you guys remember, but Jason Mraz was a popular artist in the early 2000s, and my vibe is going to be Jason Mraz hats.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that fits.
Right? I think doing little Jason Mraz hats, he has different styles and different looks to it, but it's always a tiny little hat, and I think I'm into that. I think this year, I'm going to give it a shot. Tiny little hat.
I could see it. You dancing on a dance floor at Jeff's wedding with one of those hats on all fits. Like it
really gels. I just think those little tiny hats, I don't love it. Like it's not a good look, but it's definitely, it might be my vibe.
I think so.
It's good stuff.
I think it's great. I think it's great. And you can have different hats for different occasions and days,
Do you have a vibe for 2024,
it just
Gavin?
feels beachy. Yeah, Gavin,
Yeah.
what are you doing for 2024?
Yeah, what is it, Gav?
Monkey business.
Yeah, that's a great vibe for you.
What do you mean by monkey business?
I don't really know what it means yet. They just asked me
Okay.
this on New Year's Eve, and immediately monkey business came into my
Yeah.
head. So I'm just going to try and make that apply.
I mean, I feel like that was your vibe for 2023 and 2022 and 2021.
You
But
think I've been monkey business this whole time?
you've been a monkey business fellow the entire time I've known you. But that's fine. It's part of your charm. That's what I like about you.
that's a part of me.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Lean into it. Make 2024 the most monkey of business years you've ever had.
Andrew, what immediately came into your head when you heard about all these vibes?
2024, my vibe is self-care. I'm investing heavily in that, upgrading the bed situation. As
Grip
I
strength.
think I mentioned before, on grip strength. I got a weighted eye mask for Christmas that I've been using, but I've had a weird problem, and I feel like I'm gonna be really dumb when I say this. It's gonna come across as stupid, but I've been using it, and I've encountered an issue of I can't tell if my eyes are closed or not, and it has been giving me issues because it blocks out all the light. And then I just don't know if my eyes are open and I'm not seeing anything, or if my eyes
I know
are closed.
exactly what you mean. I have it all the time.
And I can't sleep with my eyes open, so I just sit there going, "Are my eyes open right now, or are they closed? I would like to sleep."
It's almost a nightly dilemma for me, but I always have to convince myself it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm so glad
Like, if I
that.
can't tell, why does it care?
Thank you. I'm going to start thinking about that. That's what I'm going to use, because that has been the problem. The other thing I've done as part of self-care is I've decided to go heavy into the massage machine game, and I am having a great time. I'm going to have to take a photo. I am like the RoboCop of relaxation is what I got going on. I got a whole contraption I throw over my shoulders for my shoulders. I got one for my hand. I got a station for my feet under my desk so I can just give my feet a little massage. I'm all about massage machines in this 2024.
You've gone
Alternate
modular.
relaxation. I have. I am like the $300 man of Chinese accessories. It's great. They've innovated the massage game, and I'm excited. I'll have to send you guys a photo of me and my current sleep setup. It is.
I
a
like
sight
that your
to see.
year of self-care started with 17 Happy Meals.
That was a real problem of ordering those and having like 2 days left in the year. But I view like the first 2 weeks of the new year as like this. You got to slowly get into. You can't just immediately start new routines. You got to
It's
slowly
true.
get into it.
If you try to like pull the Band-Aid off and jump headfirst in, you'll burn out in like 2 weeks.
Totally.
You gotta,
Yeah, so
you got
we're
to do
still
these
in
things
the-
gradually.
We're in the transitional phase of setting up what will be the year of self-care.
What about you, Gracie, and you, Nick?
I'm going into the new year yacht rocking. I want to spend
Okay,
more time
yeah.
seaside with a Mai Tai in my hand. Oh,
That's awesome. I got a playlist for
Great.
you.
I
I'll
love
send it
that.
your way.
you already
It's a good
did.
playlist.
I got it. And it's
Hell yeah.
It might have influenced his whole vibe.
Yeah,
Wow.
You set my
and
year
I'll
up
be
right.
and I'll be watching. I'll be watching from a distance with my little hat on.
Oh, we're
Yep.
gonna sail away.
What about what about you, Gracie?
Yeah, Gracie, what's your vibe?
You know, like the music that plays in a really fancy hotel that's like slow jazz?
Yes.
Like that. And then like one of those old sophisticated men that listens to that and eats like trail mix in the corner.
Okay.
I need to point out what Gracie wrote is fancy hotel lobby jazz and salty snacks.
Hell yeah.
And what she said was, "I want to be an old man in a hotel lobby who eats
I get it.
Chex Mix." Is that what you said?
Yeah, like trail mix.
Like
whatever
trail
it is.
mix. Yeah, like an old man
But, like,
snack.
You know he's lived a good life when you look at it.
Yeah. That's a great, and I relate to that because there are times where I'll throw Miles Davis on and pretend I know more about the world than I do. It's an understandable vibe.
You know he's lived a good life. So how are you going to employ this? Are you going to just start sitting in lobbies? In fancy lobbies?
Yeah, I'm gonna start at the Austin.
In like a
Program.
dress?
I'll make my way around. No, not a dress. I'll have to work on the outfit.
You have to be like an old man
it's
outfit.
fancy.
It will include like the narrow glasses though, for sure.
I don't think that she necessarily needs to show up fancy. I think it's about absorbing the fanciness around you is how I would.
I think if I can give a suggestion, I think that Gracie needs a smoking jacket that she can wear to hotel lobbies.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
think
them.
I think we should take this literally, and you should hang out in hotel lobbies, because that was a thing that was really big, like in the 20s and the 30s. It was a lot about staying in a hotel was the socialization, reading the paper, running into people you knew in the lobby. It was much more of a feature of older hotels. So maybe Gracie's going to usher that era back in.
yeah.
I am.
I think you're on a very fine line though, because if you're sat there in that eating some fancy trail mix or something, that's a certain look. If you switch to just a bag of croutons, you're gonna start to look like the dude a little bit, I think.
Well, I'm not going to be eating them from the bag. I'll like put them in a little bowl with
Okay.
the film, so you won't know.
All right.
Yeah, it'll blend.
I didn't even consider the outfit component to this, and this has me excited because this has opened up a whole new layer of the self-comfort game. I know that I will have hit my ultimate form if I end up with one of these hats by the end of the year for when I go to bed. I'm dropping a photo in. I want to look like fucking Ebenezer Scrooge by the end of 2024.
You're just
got the long
honk
cap.
shoeing?
You want a honk shoe hat? I got one of those
You
for
want a
Lily for
fucking
Christmas.
Oh, that's so
There's
so
nothing
cool.
cozier than one of those.
Yeah.
What was the point of those? Why are they so droopy?
It's maximum comfort, obviously.
They just were worse at making clothes back then.
It does look like they cut the bottom of like a curtain thing and then just attached it
Just
to.
like, fucking sew the top. What are we here? What, you know, wasting
Andrew, when you wear that hat and you snore, are you going honk shoe, or are you going?
Yeah, I'm going
Okay.
the me.
That's cool. All right.
Has anyone ever slept on their hands, like when people pretend to do the sleeping gesture? Has anyone ever slept like that?
Slept on there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like when
yeah.
you put your hands together and
Yeah.
put it.
Absolutely. You got
That's-
to. I do like this. The phone hold, I'd say, is the position with my hand where
I've
it's
done that,
under
yeah.
the pillow and bent back.
Yeah,
to
Oh,
me.
okay.
Yeah, I fall asleep with like one hand under, like every night.
Yeah, I go under the pillow. I just never sleep on my actual hand.
No, I don't think I've slept on my hand. That's a good point.
You should try it. See how it is. We should all try to sleep on our hands in the hand sleeping position.
I'm willing to try anything in this year of comfort. I'm up for it. If it
I am
will
too,
increase the sleep, I'm about it.
As long as I can eat hummus occasionally, I'm good to go.
Well, that reminds me of a thing I got myself for Christmas. I bought a security system, just in case we have a Monopoly situation with Gavin again in the future. I got some cameras and a setup, but then I had the realization that when I go to sleep now, I get my weighted eye mask on, then I put my headphones on, and I blast thunderstorms and then fall asleep. And it doesn't, me having a security camera is completely useless because I am not in this dimension. I can't hear anything. I can't see anything. I have zero alert for what is happening in my environment around me.
Where do you stand on weighted blanket?
I haven't ever tried a weighted blanket. So I hear good things, but I've never experienced it.
It's a part of my wife's 26-point nightly routine.
And yeah, it's an impressive routine.
Yeah. She swears by it. Might want to give it a shot.
I found out recently that when you when you physically lose weight, it comes out of your mouth. Like you breathe the weight away. It comes out, I guess, as the carbon in carbon dioxide. What?
Are you
And,
are you about to explain to me your new program of breathe the weight away?
Well, I just thought, like, what if I breathe in the same bag for like a whole year? Could I breathe myself into a bag?
What are you talking about?
Like, could I capture my own carbon?
Oh.
Like, how much would it take for me to breathe out my own weight in
In
solid carbon? Yeah.
Well, how long would it take for you to lose all of your weight?
Well, I don't
Well,
know.
how
I just
much-
don't even know what it looks like. When you do carbon capture, what does the carbon look like?
Yeah, I
Because
guess
I'm
it would
imagining
be-
it as just like a load of flesh.
I think it's a question of how much carbon weight is the average breath, right? And then it's a measurement of how
Yeah.
many times you breathe per night across a year. I don't
also
know if
poop
there's
out
a
my
metric
weight.
on that. We'd have to have someone look it up, but that's
Yeah,
an
because I think it'd be
interesting
interesting if I just had like a 10 stone lump of carbon that came from me. I don't know anyone who has one.
Oh, I don't either. You'd definitely be in a unique group. That's like
Maybe
a
that-
serial killer thing, I feel like, is what you're explaining.
Breathe out a twin.
Yeah.
I want a double.
Just what would you do with your double if you
A
had
carbon double, a carbon copy, as it
Yeah.
were.
Ah.
A little CC. I'd sit him in a chair.
He
I don't know
would
how
learn-
pliable my my carbon
I don't
twin
think
would
it's
be.
pliable at all. I think you got to
Yeah,
lock
it'd
it
be like
in.
a rock. Be like
Yeah, I
coal.
think it's like a statue.
Didn't you see that that Jordan Peele movie about doubles? I don't think you want to make one. It's not going to like you.
Hmm.
The thing that I took away from what was the movie was called Us, right?
Us, yeah.
Yeah.
They read
That
it.
movie made me understand Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, the Kawhi Leonard we know
You're
is the
absolutely
one
right.
that escaped
Yeah.
underground. It
Yeah.
like gave me a context to Kawhi
Ball man
Leonard
gets
that
paid.
finally
Yeah.
made him make sense.
Yeah,
That was my takeaway from that film. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
Kawhi
you're-
Leonard. Okay, that makes
that's-
sense.
that's
That makes
cool.
total
Check
sense.
this out.
100%.
I didn't like that film.
I liked it because it gave me context to Kawhi Leonard.
It was my least favorite of his films, but I enjoyed it.
It has a great atmosphere to it.
It
But-
does, for sure. It's got good acting in it, too.
Yeah,
it's
it does.
creepy. It's very creepy. Oh, hey, I went to the mall yesterday to run some tests because Andrew and I have been working on our mall show, our mall game that we're going to create. And I think it's damn near ready. Very excited about it.
I'm very excited.
I'm very excited, too. Andrew's going to run it, and then we're all going to perform it. You know, we're all going to compete against each other. I think it's going to be right up there with Sloppy Joe's Bingo in terms of how much fun we have doing it.
I agree. Yeah, the possibilities are really it's one of those things where the deeper we get, the more of it, options that seem available. I'm really excited.
What
to
can I
see
know
it.
about the format?
I think structurally, it's sort of like Taskmaster, where Gracie would be in the Alex role of like the ref
Okay.
that approves things. And it is a challenge show in which it is stuff relating to the mall. And it could be themed challenges, or it could just be a sort of grab bag of like, take a photo or buy a thing or do some form of other experience or like mall interaction.
Andrew and I came up with about 60 different tasks that you can
And
choose
there's a
from.
prize for winning every episode that is very exciting. We're going to
And
need some
who's
budget
who's
for the
being
prizes.
Greg Davis from the In-Betweeners?
That's me. I'm going to be like the organizer of what's happening, and then Gracie will be there to monitor and make sure that everything is above board.
And then Jeff, Gavin, Nick, and Eric would compete against each other. But it might be team-based.
Could be team. Yeah, we're in the development
discussed
phase,
it being
but it's
team-based.
from what we have, I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Nick's come up with an interesting name for it.
Yes.
Fuckmaster?
Yeah, we're not calling it that. We're not.
Oh.
No, we're not calling it that. Absolutely not.
Fuckmaster goes to the mall.
We should maybe for the first time in the history of this company think of a second name and then go with that one.
I was calling it King of the Mall, but that's just the one I wrote down for my name, just for my notes. We can call it whatever we want to. Although
Well,
Fuckmaster, you know.
It's possible. It could be. I had a dumb idea of our prizes will be in a bag that you'll pull from at the end, and
Sort of
calling it
a sack pack, if you will.
sort of a sack pack type thing, but calling it the mall hall or the hall of mall.
Mall Hall, I like.
Mall hall, but it could be the show could be called Mall Hall, and the prize bag could be Hall of Mall.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, we have a little bit of tweaking.
We have
to do, but
options.
I think we'll be.
We
I
do.
think we'll be ready to shoot it here pretty soon.
Gavin suggested fuck bag. Fuckmaster's fuck bag. Go into the fuck bag for winning Fuckmaster and pull yourself out a prize.
This is a mess.
Like, I guess this year isn't going to be any more intelligent than the last few.
No, I
No.
definitely didn't anticipate that. That's not the vibe for this show for this year. I don't think at all. We're doing front, back shirts. I don't think there's any genius happening here.
It's a definite year of innovation, it sounds like.
Speaking of... Oh, go ahead.
God,
Jeff,
that
what's
was
your
really
intelligence?
funny.
Should we both have... Do
What
we
are you
both
both
do
speaking
moments of intelligence?
It's fucking crazy. Please, you go first.
I was just going to say that over the holidays, Gavin and my partner got into a heated text exchange over my phone about whether the desks would launch at different speeds.
Oh,
Oh
God.
my god.
That whole
Everyone's a
thing?
fool. It's annoying because the episode where we talked about it hasn't come out yet still, so I don't really know where the audience stands. But I just feel like everyone is so wrong.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Except
Jeff.
me.
I'm with you.
Well,
Don't say except
fine.
me. I'm right there with you.
Yeah,
And
I'm with Gavin too. Until more people
Yeah.
are with Gavin, then I'm against him.
It was one of those things where I couldn't forward back and forth the conversation, so I just gave my phone to my partner, and Gavin and them went back and forth for like 20 minutes just on how physics work. And
I think it ended with them just saying, "I'm going to sleep."
Yeah, they have to go to sleep. So what I did after that is I asked Gavin to explain to me what he is asking. And so then I took that and I emailed like the top 7 physicists in the world to see if we could get a professional.
What?
Well, you can so I just Googled top physicists in the world and I found a list of like every country's best physicist.
Oh, my
And
God. What countries
all-
did you pick?
it was like America and Canada and Africa and
Not
Australia.
a country.
Listen,
I-
I'm
I-
trying to help you out
Asia.
potentially. Anyway,
Pangea. Anyway.
I emailed all of them, and because most of them work at universities, so they have public email addresses that you can find pretty easily.
God.
We have yet to get a reply from any of the people I've reached out to. So who knows? The debate is still, it lives on.
You might want to just widen your circle to like maybe like the top 100 physicists in the world, and I feel like you might get some emails
Or
from
just
like
any
79
school
through
teacher.
100. Yeah,
Or
I mean,
like maybe the bottom 50 physicists in the world. Like, do you know what they call the shittiest physicist in America or in the world? A physicist. We get the bottom of the barrel. They're still physicists, right?
Huh.
It doesn't. We don't
There's
have to shoot
bound
for the
You think I
top.
went too high?
The
Yeah,
dumbest
definitely.
physicist on Earth is
Yeah.
smarter than all of us put together.
Yeah, and I will say they probably listen to this show. So if you're a physicist, just go ahead and contact Andrew. And I'm sure, I mean, again, we're not saying you're at the bottom of your field. We are saying you're above us in knowing these things. That's all.
Gracie,
Absolutely.
you've had like 3 weeks to think about it, and I assume you've been thinking about it every day. Have you come to any different stance on it?
I've done everything I could to not think about it in the past 3 weeks.
Yeah, interesting. All right.
Okay, well, we need a man of science, a man of knowledge. Why don't I just tweet at Bill Nye the Science Guy? I'm sure he has.
Oh, I did a show with him once. I bet he doesn't remember me though.
Oh, almost certainly not. No.
Yeah, I don't think I made
Right.
much of an impression on him. I was drinking pretty heavily back then. I think I was well. I wasn't at my best.
Okay, I'm gonna tweet this. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna get a professional opinion.
We gotta wrap this up. But Jeff, is there something you wanted to get after? It sounded like there was another thing you wanted to talk about.
Oh, when it was Andrew and I spoke at the same time and said the same thing. I was going to say, speaking of innovation or whatever, looking ahead at 2024, I've noticed a lot of other podcasts and entertainment brands have been making predictions for the year 2024, and I wanted to see if y'all had any or wanted to make any, or even maybe we just come back next week, see if there's any like 2024 predictions you want to make.
I had a dream about 2024, either last year or the year before, and it was giant volcano.
I mean, that's
Oh.
not good based on your track record, right?
Yeah, you've been
No.
in volcanoes.
It's not great.
I had a dream last night that one of my legs was super muscly. So maybe I'm going to get into like leg muscle building or something.
You had a jacked leg.
I had a jacked, my right leg was, the thigh was like crazy jacked. And people were like really impressed with it. But it was just, I think just that thigh. I don't know why. So maybe I'll get into like, I guess working out that specific muscle in 2024 on that one leg.
Okay.
Andrew?
Andrew?
Sorry, I'm deep into this Bill Nye tweet. Predictions about 2024. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have, oh my
Uh,
God.
Jacked hands, as I said. I think I'm going to have the best sleep of 2024 of my life. And general predictions, I think that 2024, the Atlanta Falcons are going to win the Super Bowl. That's what I think. Little Falcon power, 2024-2025 season. Falcons to the top.
That's a bold statement.
So your
That is a
prediction is
bold
for
statement.
2025.
Well, 2024-2025 starts in 2024.
Yeah, 24-25 season.
So,
Right, so it's for 2025.
I
well,
mean, they
it's-
got a
no,
long...
they're going to start the groundwork in 2024, Eric, for their Super Bowl in 2025.
Your great prediction is groundwork.
Yes.
Well, my hot take. Let me predict then, since we're going sports, that the Boston Celtics will win the NBA championship this year.
That's a fun one.
Definitely predict that. Do you think? Let's do some. Do you think will Twitter go under this year, or will it be even bigger?
I was talking about that with Gavin. We think 2 years until it
2
goes
years.
under. Within 2 years, yeah.
Okay. Do you think an asteroid will hit the Earth this year?
Maybe on New Year's.
Do you think we'll find alien life in 2024?
My prediction is Bon
No.
Jovi won't get better at acting in 2024. And I feel confident about that.
When I say alien life, I'm not saying like Kang and Kodos fly in and introduce themselves. I mean like microbial life on a
Oh, some like goo,
asteroid or some goo or something.
asteroidal
Like
goo.
yeah, like some sort of primordial life.
Maybe that's what I'll create in my bag.
Oh, maybe that's what you're growing on the side of your pool. Have you taken an update on your fungus lately?
No, I should have a little. I'll take pictures of everything and just track its growth.
Could I get confirmation, Gavin, on this tweet? Make sure you're happy with it before I send it out.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean, we don't
Milnai,
need to tweet. We could just get 2 desks.
If you stood on the top of 10 desks and all the desks raised at the same time, would you be moving at 10x the speed up?
You need to say
You need
10
to put it in
standing desks.
Yeah, and you also need to say in relation to something.
Well, I copy and pasted what you sent me. So then now you got notes on your own self.
Will the 10th desk be moving at 10 times faster than the first desk in relation to the ground?
Got it.
Should we stop?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
I'm excited about the crouton off,
It
and I
is.
think we can stack a couple of desks on the same day and just see what happens.
I think we can. I think we can also say that Does It Do comes out on the 29th. So go to facepod.com and watch it there, or go to our YouTube channel and watch it there. But Does It Do will have. Did you guys shoot 8 episodes? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for
of
some
that
reason.
show?
And also, only
What do you
a
mean for
small
some
of-
reason? What does that mean?
Well, you added a bunch of shit that we said no to for a start, and also there was way less blood this season. There was some, but way less.
Yeah, there was a little bit of blood, but
you.
I hit it.
What do you mean you?
You said you added a bunch of stuff. Who's you?
You?
Yeah. Who is you? Who's you? It's not me. I didn't add it. Who's you?
Thanks for
You
listening
did
to
it.
another episode of the Face Podcast. Boy, are we excited to bring this to you each and every week in 2024. We hope
You're
you'll
saying
be along
you
for
is
the
me?
ride.
I forgot the
not
question
me.
mark.
Predictions were dog
I
shit.
didn't.
Our arguments
I did
are
what was written on the
fantastic.
sheet.
We'll
I
see you
didn't
next
do-
week.
we went
Gavin,
through it
Eric, play
beforehand.
us
You
out
did
with
it.
the argument.
You're in all the meetings. You say
It's not me. I didn't do it. You did. If anyone did it,
You're
you're
the
closer
producer.
to it. If
You're the-
anyone's
you're the
closer
reason-
to it,
you're
you did
surely
it. It's not
the
me.
person who decides
it's not
how
me.
many
You're
we
the
do.
person. No, because we had
You
to
think
think
I
about
just-
this. We went through all these things, and this was the reason that we did 8. We did 8 because we had all these ideas, and
we went through all of them. We said yes.
Hey guys, Major League fan Jack here with a look at next week's episode of Face. The usual suspects are back. Did you know Schwarzenegger was Russian? Andrew needs his bedtime. The gang discusses new movies. Gracie learns some Panton lore. Gracie learns not to doubt Gavin. More food talk. And once again, Andrew does not eat the pencil, or walk the marathon, or live up to any of the bets he ever lost. But at least he's really good at making claims and not being able to back them up. All that and more on next week's episode of Face.